All right, y'all, what is up? And welcome back. Welcome back. So, tonight we got a viral thread that's been going around on IG threads. It's making its way through the internet. But the post says, this is going to hurt some feelings. But what is a green flag that low key gives you the ick? Meaning something that is usually good, but you just don't like it. And it was mostly women responding in the comments. So I want to read some of the comments and I want to inform y'all on what are the green flags that give people the ick. All right. So first comment goes, when someone comes from a healthy family and has no mental illness, I'm too effed up to be compatible with someone who hasn't been through the worst parts of life already. All right, let's go to the next ick. Next one, a guy who holds hands with his mom, hugs his mom and a little too long, kisses his mom in a funny way, locks eyes with his mom too often. 50% of dudes out there have smashed their moms at some point. Whoever wrote this comment, I need you to seek clinical help. Like ASAP. I need you to go see a psychiatrist. I need you to go see somebody. You need mental therapy soon, please. All right, let's just go to the next comment. Golden retriever energy. If y'all don't know what golden retriever energy is when you're very happy-go-lucky about things. You have very positive energy. Things don't really get to you. You're always happy. Like a golden retriever. A golden retriever is always wagging its tail. It's always happy about something. It's never really down on its luck. Happy people. Red flag. Well, green flag, but it gives you the ick. All right. Next comment. An overly social person that has plans every day to see multiple people. Why can't you be alone for 5 minutes? Are you okay? I kind of understand that one because that one gets kind of annoying, but at the same time, it's a little overzealous, but let's continue. Next, being super well dressed. I will look like a bridge troll 99% of the time, and I need my partner to be on my level. In reality, it's because I'm autistic, and I cannot understand why the entire world does not exist in comfy sweats 24/7. If you place value in expensive clothes, then we are not compatible. You hear that, fellas? Being well dressed, that can mean an ick for you. Dressing in suits, dressing in nice clothing, designer brands, that can be an ick for some of these ladies, so be careful. All right, next one. The good morning beautiful text messages. Yo, are guys still doing the good morning beautiful text messages? That's crazy. All right, let's go to the next one. When a guy asks if he can kiss you, sir, just do it. And there you have it. I mean, I kind of understand this one because women like when you take charge, but at the same time, we are living in a certain time period where consent is very, very, very important. And if you just kiss a woman without her asking, you could potentially be facing some charges. I know it seems like something very minute and minuscule as a kiss, but I mean, we're living in 2025, y'all. You know, a woman could claim that you did something to her if you kiss her without her asking you. So I kind of understand this one, but kind of don't. So it's a weird median there, but let's continue. Telling me to eat, asking me what I ate that day. I've had an eating disorder for 20 years and I know what I need to be doing and what I'm not. I don't need a man to come along and act like he's saving me by reminding me and scolding me about food. Take heed to these comments. Do not ask her if she ate. Don't ask her if she ate, and if she hasn't eaten anything for 16 hours that day, don't tell her to eat. You know, you're scolding her about food. Don't do that. All right. Next comment. Having an easy time in life, no major trauma. I need death that comes from the darkest parts of hell. So having a good life without major trauma is an ick. Pay attention to these comments, please. Pay attention. Next comment. Someone who doesn't curse and refuses to say anything mean. I hate it. Get that overly nice stuff out of here. Being too nice. Being overly nice. Again, the golden retriever energy. Pay attention, pay attention. Next comment. Definitely if they have no history of mental illness or haven't experienced anything dark growing up into their childhood. I can't blend well with someone who will never understand what it's like in my head and my heart. So again, that kind of feeds off the other comment. Having no childhood trauma or no trauma in your past, having a dark past, things like that, that can be an ick. Having it too easy in life, especially as a man, can be an ick for some of these ladies. Fellas, pay attention. One comment reads, I dated a man one time who would literally never let me open the door. Like even weeks into dating, every single time we're about to drive anywhere, it became excessive. Being a gentleman is an ick. Pay attention. Opening doors. This is a habit of mine. My mom got me into this habit when I was a young man. She would always tell me to open the door for her and any ladies that were walking in behind her, especially during church service and things like that. It became ingrained in me that when I see a woman coming through a door, I automatically open the door for her. So I can't help this. This is something I'm going to do. So if it gives you the ick, I'm sorry. I can't help that. Next comment. Someone who comes from a good family. Mine is a dumpster fire. So I need someone who has at least a little bit of effed up background or feel like they're going to judge me. All right, so coming from a good family, and that kind of goes along with the lines of having it too easy in life or not having, enough trauma. Coming from a good family will usually mean that you had a nice upbringing. So having a nice upbringing and having a good family can also be an ick. The word ick is just so funny, isn't it? But it can also be an ick. Let's move on to the next comment. One time a guy brought me 24 red roses on our 4th date. I just couldn't do it. Too much. The roses were too much. 24 red roses on a 4th date. Ick. All right, let's move on. Next comment. Anyone who is a gentleman, holding the doors open, trying to do everything himself and take care of his lady, it comes from a place of kindness, which I respect, but I want an equal and mutual partner. Also, personally, I hate people doing things for me like carrying heavy stuff. I feel like I'm being infantized. I'm strong. I can take care of myself. You hear that, fellas? Let her carry that 36 pack of bottled water up the steps when y'all come home from the grocery store. Yeah. Let her carry the shovel in. As a matter of fact, make her cut the grass next time y'all got to do the lawn. Make her push the lawn more. The push more, and disable the auto pedal so that she has to push the weight of the lawnmower. It doesn't automatically just go. I can't take these comments serious, man. I can't take these comments serious, but let's go. Moving right along. Super lovey, affectionate guys. I'm glad you're obsessed, but you need to give me space. Sit on your side of the couch. If I want a puppy, I'll get a puppy. Jesus Christ. Cuddles are a red flag. Don't be cuddling with her. It's a red flag. It's a green flag, but it gives them the ick. So technically it's a red flag. Next. Men who immediately want to settle down or get into a relationship, being really upfront about wanting to start a family. Jeez. What? What? So that's an ick. That is an ick. What's crazy is, we have this thing now about being intentional and dating with intentions, right? And then we see comments like this that say wanting to settle down or being in a relationship and being upfront about wanting to start a family being an ick. And it's like you don't know which way to go with this stuff, which is really crazy. Let's go to the next comment. It sounds bad, but someone who's lived a great life. I need someone who's experienced some kind of tragedy, a death in the family, a divorce, failed business, something. I need to know you've already properly dealt with a major loss. So somebody needs to have bit the bullet and is 6 feet under that was really close to you in order for this not to be an ick. You have to have buried a loved one, all right, for this not to be an ick. Very interesting stuff. Next comment. Showing a lot of interest in being very available. It is a green flag, but it comes off desperate to me. Excuse me, and puts unnecessary pressure onto me to reciprocate. I like a slow burn romance, very slow burn. Okay, so not too much romance in the beginning. She likes a slow burn. Green flag, but gives you the ick. Next comment. People who are too happy or positive 24/7. It opens the door to toxic positivity. And toxic positivity is a big ick. I've never heard of toxic positivity until I started reading this thread, honestly. That's the first for me. I've never heard of this, but it's very interesting. I never knew that was a thing. So apparently, if you're too positive, it can be toxic. Why? I don't know. Maybe I should do a video on that, but let's see. Next comment. Someone who wants to talk about everything. Oh, brother. Communication is an ick. This is crazy. I want y'all to beware of this stuff. Next comment. I went to junior prom with a guy who respected his mom. He was so nice, polite, kind, and always checking for consent on everything from restaurant choice to where he put his hands to where we were dancing. He was a gentleman, and I hated every single minute of it. I really hope he found something amazing or someone amazing. He was truly good. So it gave her the ick that he asked for consent about where to take her to the restaurant, where to put his hands, where he was dancing and all that. It gave her the ick. He probably just didn't want to catch a charge. I'm going to be honest with you. He probably just didn't want impending charges against him and to go to jail. That's probably what he wanted, but it was an ick. So beware of this. Next comment says, being really nice to literally everyone. All right, being nice is an ick. That's a common occurrence in these comments. Being nice is an ick. Okay, this doesn't give me the ick, but something about a man opening a car door for me is awkward. Like, I get it and receive the chivalrous gesture of opening the retail doors for ladies, but it's just something about a car door for me. This is so interesting because I thought women like when you open car doors for them. I drive a lifted Chevy truck, and a lot of times if a woman's getting in my car, I'm going to open that door and help her in the car. I'm going to help her step on the the side railing so she can get in the car, because unless you're a giant, unless you're 6'2", you can't just hop in my truck. You know what I mean? And car doors are heavy. We're not driving Rolls Royces and Teslas, a lot of us, where you just press a button and the door goes up. I mean, you have to open this huge, heavy door, and it's a chivalrous thing to reach out and help this woman open the door. I don't get this one, but let's continue. Next comment. Men pulling out chairs for women. Bro, I know how chairs work. Yo, this can't be life. And we're going to stop that right there. We're going to stop the comments right there. This was so entertaining to read. Not only was it an eye opener, but it was just hilarious. But this goes to show you guys, and even some ladies out there, this goes to show you that a lot of what some of these, quote unquote, bad boy dating coaches and all this stuff, and all these dating coaches that tell y'all to fake not being available and to fake being a bad boy and all this stuff, it has some truth to it. Multiple comments stated that women hate a guy that's a gentleman. I can't help being a gentleman. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I can't help pulling out the chair, opening the door. That's just what I'm going to do because that's what I was raised to do. All right. But you have a lot of women that actually hate that. It comes off as an ick to them. It comes off as unattractive, too available, down to the text, down to the comments that said, I hate when they text me good morning and stuff like that. Guys, take heed to this stuff. And I want y'all to know this is the reason why we have such a discord in the dating world today, because On one hand, women do say they want one thing, and then behind closed doors, when it comes to them having the ick for good things, a lot of the things they say they want, they really don't want. And I know this is not a one size fits all, of course. This is not 100% of women that hate when men open doors, of course. But, we do see these come up every now and then, and we don't know what to do. The average guy doesn't know what to do. So I'm just going to say this, fellas, if you're watching this, do what you want to do. All right, do what you want to do. If you want to text a woman good morning, text her good morning. If you want to open that car door, open that car door. But don't change the way you operate to try to fit somebody's mold because they have a green flag ick. That's all I can tell you. And the right one will come along. That woman that is going to appreciate you for bringing that 36 pack of bottled water up the steps. That woman that's going to appreciate you for holding that retail door open and that car door open. That woman that's going to appreciate you for snuggling up with her on the couch. Those little things that give some of these women the ick. You will eventually find somebody for you that loves those things, that loves those green flags. So while this was very funny and entertaining and educational, please just take heed to being yourself at all times. You can never mess up by being yourself. Always self-improve, but nonetheless, stay the person that you are to your core. Don't try to become some generic a-hole because you read comments and you see women saying that they don't like nice guys. All right. Now, don't be a pushover. Please don't be a pushover, because honestly, no woman likes a pushover. But don't sacrifice you being a positive person so that you can appease some random chick that doesn't like nice fellows, that doesn't like gentlemen. Okay. Because at the end of the day, if you're not a gentleman, what are you? That's all that separates us from man and beast at the end of the day, is you being a gentleman and you being chivalrous. So take heed to this. But I want to know what y'all think about this for real in the comments. And hell, let's continue the conversation. What are some green flags that give you the ick? Do you have any green flags that give you the ick? Do you? Let me know. And as always, if you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.